Let's get ready for word work. Our word for today is reproached. In your read aloud today, you heard this sentence. With a wrench that tore his very heartstring, he, the mole, set his face down the road and followed submissively in the track of the rat, while faint little smells reproached him for his new friendship and his forgetfulness. Reproached. Say the word. Reproached. Reproached means scolded, corrected, or expressed disappointment in someone for a certain behavior. So let's look at our first picture. We see a girl with a cell phone in her hand and a mom in the background. Mom seems to be reproaching her daughter for some type of behavior. She may be disappointed in her behavior because she should be doing work or homework or chores and she's not. She's on her phone. So that image is a good example of the word reproached. Let's look at our second picture. We see a mom again, maybe her daughter, a little girl, they're in the grocery store, and the little girl is pointing at the candy. So mom is reproached. She is either correcting her behavior or expressing her disappointment in the little girl for wanting candy. Maybe the little girl even was throwing a fit in the grocery store because she wanted that candy, and so she had to be corrected. Let's look at your sentence again from your read alouds. With the wrench that tore his very heartstrings. The word wrench. Most of us know the word wrench as being a tool used around the house, but wrench has several meanings, like a sudden, violent twist or pull, or a feeling of sadness or distress caused by one's own or another's departure, or a pull or twist suddenly and violently by someone or something. So in that sentence, it said, with a wrench that tore his very heartstrings. We know that they're talking about the sadness or distress that Mo was feeling. He, the mole, set his face down the road and followed submissively in the track of the rat. And that sentence means that he's following Rat even though he doesn't want to. If you think back to the story today, Mo was walking with Rat and he got a scent. He smelled his old home and he tried to tell Rat, but Rat was so far ahead of him that he couldn't hear him. He didn't know what he was saying. So while faint little smells, which were the smells of his old home, reproached him for his new friendship and his forgetfulness. So here we see the word reproach, meaning disappointment. He was disappointed in that moment with his new friendship, but that was because he thought Rat was ignoring him. But Rat honestly could not hear him. And he was also disappointed in his forgetfulness because he had forgotten where his home was. Here is another sentence using the word reproached. As a baby, James was never reproached for making a mess while eating, but as he grew older, he learned there were certain rules to follow at the dinner table. Reproached. Well, when James was a baby, no one in the family showed their disappointment or scolded him for making a mess because he was a baby. But when he got older, they reproached him, which means they corrected his behavior if he made a mess at the table. Let's pause and think. Question number 1. Have you ever reproached someone for behavior that disappointed you? Question number 2, have you ever been reproached by someone? Be sure to use the word reproach when you retell about it. If you're stuck, here are 2 sentence starters. I was reproached once when I reproached. Finish the sentence. Now watch me as I do it. I was reproached once when I broke my son's favorite toy. Yeah, he was very disappointed in me. Or I reproached my sister because she forgot to bring the tomatoes, which were at the top of my grocery list. I was very disappointed. Let's review. What's the word that we've been talking about? Yes, it was reproach. What does that word mean? Yes, it means to be scolded, corrected, or express disappointment in someone's behavior. Now, what part of speech do you think the word reproached is? If you said verb, you were correct. And it also shows past tense, meaning it already happened. Let's practice. Sentence number 1. Jenny received many compliments for her prize winning science fair project. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is this sentence a good example of the word reproach? Is someone being reproached in this sentence? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs down. Jenny received compliments. So that means they're happy for her. They're excited. No one is disappointed in her behavior. Sentence number 2. Luther was scolded for tracking mud throughout the house. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is this a good example of someone being reproached? Thumbs up. Yes, Luther was being reproached for his behavior of tracking that mud throughout the house. Last one, sentence number 3. The principal voiced his disappointment to Mark for running in the hallway when he was supposed to be in class. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Good example of reproach? Yes, it is. The principal showed his disappointment in what behavior? Mark's behavior for running down that hallway. Now for independent practice. Sentence number 1. Olivia gave her cat a treat for coming when she was called. Number 2. Everyone congratulated Jamel on his beautiful new painting. And number 3. Lynette spoke sharply to her dog whenever he jumped up on people. Do you think that these are good examples of the word reproach? Which ones are and which ones are not? Good luck.